Hello, everybody. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. So, how is everybody doing living with this virus thing that's going on? Many of us are on mandatory stay-at-home ordinances in our communities. And as I look at my social media and I see many things people are posting, they're really going crazy. So, I thought I would do a video on how I am keeping my mind occupied and keeping myself calm. Before I get into the 10 things that I've been doing, though, I just want to say this. Stay at home means stay at your home. That doesn't mean travel across the country or to another state or even another town to stay with grandma or to visit her or any other person. That means stay in your homes. Some of you who have essential work jobs, you're going to work. We can go to the grocery store and do shopping like that. But other than that, we need to be hunkering down in our own homes. I read recently that a lot of people are hopping on airplanes and heading down to my home state of Florida. And my family that's still down there is really upset about this. And so am I. Stay at your home. Hunker down. We can do this. We can get rid of this thing and we can get on with our lives. So what are the 10 things that I'm doing that keeps me from being stir crazy? The number one thing is get yourself out of bed, take a shower, put on your clothes, put your jewelry on, fix yourself up like you're going to be going somewhere. Don't go anywhere, but act like you are. I know I homeschooled for 10 years. I had 4 children, and one of the things that I made sure that we all did was get out of bed at a decent hour and to get ready for the day as if they were actually going to be going to school. And this helped a lot with their work, schoolwork, and their mental well-being. Now, let me just say, as a homeschooler, we went out and did a lot of things. We were with different groups and all. So it wasn't like I made them stay in all the time because we definitely had some socializing. In fact, more socializing than they probably would have if they were in public school. But anyway, make sure you do those things. I get up by 8 o'clock and I shower, put my makeup on, fix my hair, put my jewelry on, put some clothes on. I'm ready for the day. So then what do I do next? Well, the next thing I do is I sit down and I have my breakfast and I study my scriptures. Those of you who are religious, get those scriptures out, study in them, pray. This actually helps to calm your well-being. Those of you who are not religious, I respect your decision, but there's other things you can study. There are so many other things you can get online if you don't have access to good books at home, and you can read about something that maybe you're interested in and learn something new. So that is really important. When I study my scriptures, I have a program that I've been using, and first I'll read from the actual book of what I'm studying, and while I'm doing that, I ride on my stationary bike. So I'm getting my exercise while I do that because that's very important. And then once I'm finished with that particular scripture, I'll go back to my table. I get my little journal out. I have a journal, and I will write my thoughts about what I've learned or about what I have feel that I need to be doing to better my life. So that is really important. So then the next thing that I like to do is yoga and meditating. So I have a sunroom out here, and I get my yoga mat out, and I do a few sun salutations and stretches and all. Some balancing. Balancing is very good for you. And I have found a program online, there's many of them, that is a meditation program. So you can search for that. And if you're interested in what I use, let me know, and I'll send you a link of what I'm using. But then after I'm done with that, that takes probably 15 minutes. Throughout the day, I talk to my mom. I have 4 children, so I got to touch base with them. Usually they call me. And I do a load of laundry every day. Today was strip the bed day, and so I've got them all washed and dried, and they're actually sitting on the bed. So when I get done with this, I'll be making my bed back up. I also try to do one house chore a day. There's many things we could be doing, especially now. Do that spring cleaning, the deep cleaning. One of the things I did was our back room was becoming a disaster area, and I rearranged the furniture, got everything all cleaned out in there, and it actually looks really nice. Let's see, what are some other projects I've done? Oh, this sunroom was actually becoming a disaster area too. It goes out to our backyard, and so with everybody going in and out all the time back there, it tends to get pretty dirty if I don't keep up with it. And also, I've been collecting things for a garage sale. Don't know when that's going to happen, but anyway, I got my garage sale stuff piled up back there, and I just kind of moved it aside, and I've got everything all organized. I can go out there and sit and do my yoga if I want to, or whatever. So some things I've got planned in the future is to organize my craft room. And I try to do some type of a project every day. Yesterday, I got my sewing machine out and I started working on these bags to put my jewelry in whenever I get an order. I was running low on bags, and so weeks ago I cut up some old clean t-shirts and some old sheets that were they were kind of threadbare in some areas. So I made sure they were washed really well, cut them up, and I'll be making lots of bags with them. Other projects I've got going on, I haven't started this one yet, and I'm kind of putting it off, but I really need to do it, is we have some hideous wallpaper in our master bath. And it's going to take me several days to take that down because I believe there's 3 layers of wallpaper. So I could be doing that. Something else that I have been doing is cooking a balanced meal for dinner. I think that's important. A lot of us, we've gotten so lazy, me included. When we get home from work, we don't feel like cooking anything, so we just go and get something to eat at some fast food restaurant or some other restaurant. And to be honest with you, that is probably not the healthiest thing, and especially now, because you don't know who's fixing your food. But so I have been doing a lot more cooking. And then the last thing, which is just as important as all this other stuff, is think of ways you could serve your neighbor. We cannot go and visit them, but we can pick up the phone and call them. I know a lot of you are probably going, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk on the phone. But back many decades ago, I'm 60, so I'm kind of on the old side here. I don't feel old, but a long time ago when I was growing up, we used to pick up the phone and talk. I can remember talking to my friends on the phone for hours. Let's do that. Pick up the phone and call somebody. I have a lady that I know pretty well. She's in her 70s. She still works, but I go to church with her, and she is going crazy. She has no Wi-Fi at home, no computer. The only TV she has is with an antenna, and so she's very limited on any social media stuff or screen time or whatever. And she's been calling me, and I've been talking to her. And, I should probably instigate that and just call her. Maybe write a letter. You could write letters to people. Who doesn't like to get letters in the mail? You can always text them. How are you doing? Just thinking of you. Say a prayer for them. What are some other things I have down here? Social media. If you have access to that, post uplifting things. Quit having all this negative all the time. Post uplifting things. Try to lift people up instead of beating them down. Anyway, these are my 10 suggestions. Let me know if you have any suggestions. What are you doing at home? And I really hope you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Most of all, have a wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.